Now, gather round, little ones. I've got a tale as old as time itself. Once there were two brothers, Cain and Abel. Oh, how they loved to play together. As they grew, they each brought offerings to God. Abel's was accepted, but Cain's, well, Cain felt a darkness growing in his heart. Jealousy, you see, is a tricky thing, and then, oh dear, Cain did something terrible. He hurt his brother, Abel.
Cain, what have you done?
I didn't mean to.
God was angry, but also merciful. He placed a mark on Cain.
This mark will protect you, but you must leave your home.
And so Cain set off alone, bearing the weight of his actions and God's mercy.
Adam and Eve struggle to cultivate the barren land, their faces etched with the harshness of their new world. Cain intensely works the unyielding soil, his focus unwavering as he confronts the challenge of survival. Abel watches over a small flock, his gentle care a stark contrast to the rough landscape. The family's contrasting lives intertwine, painting a portrait of resilience amidst an unforgiving wilderness. In the heart of a makeshift shelter, a flickering fire unveils the raw essence of humanity's earliest family. Adam's face is illuminated by the fire, sharing tales of paradise, his voice a haunting echo of a world lost. Cain stands against the wall, his arms crossed, his face an emotionless mask. Abel sits, eyes wide with wonder, listening intently to Adam's words, his face a picture of pure belief. Eve watches her sons, her face etched with a profound mix of longing and regret. Under the vast sky, Cain toils tirelessly in his field, yet his harvest remains sparse and unrewarding. His gaze drifts towards Abel's thriving flock, a stark contrast that fuels Cain's envy and resentment. Cain presents his crops, his actions mechanical and devoid of true reverence. Abel offers the choicest lambs, his sincerity radiating as he presents his sacrifice. A celestial beam descends, illuminating Abel's offering with divine favor. Cain sits alone in the dim shelter, consumed by inner turmoil. Eve's gentle voice breaks the silence. Cain, is everything all right? You seem troubled. Cain's curt reply slices through the heavy air. I'm fine. Eve implores Abel to intervene. Don't be like that. Abel, can you talk to your brother? Abel responds defensively. I haven't done anything. Hess just being difficult. Cain's final words are a sharp rejection. Just leave me alone. Under the relentless sun, Cain stands solitary on the hilltop, a stark figure against the expansive sky. His hands tighten into fists, a storm of inner turmoil reflected in the severe lines of his face. A divine voice echoes through the wind. Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But be careful, sin is crouching at your door. Under the vast sky, Cain leads Abel into the quiet expanse of the field. Abel follows, his trust a stark contrast to the darkness brewing. The air grows heavy with unspoken malice. Cain, consumed by rage, unleashes his fury upon Abel. The desolate field witnesses a brutal act. Under the setting sun, Cain stands over Abel's lifeless body, shadows of guilt stretching around him. The field darkens, a visual echo of the darkness now shrouding Cain's soul. Under the relentless sun, Cain stands solitary in the wilderness, defiance etched on his face. A flicker of guilt betrays his hardened exterior as God's voice echoes, Cain, where is your brother Abel? Cain retorts, I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper? In the desolate expanse, God's voice echoes, revealing Cain's crime. The earth rebels, shriveling and cracking beneath Cain's feet, rendering the ground barren. A mark appears on Cain's forehead, branding him for eternity. Cain, marked and alone, wanders through the arid wilderness, his solitude echoing his inner torment. The desolate landscape mirrors the barrenness of his soul. He continues his aimless journey, forever an outcast. Cain's solitary figure moves through the desert's expanse. In the distance, the heat haze reveals a group of nomads, their forms wavering in the intense heat. As Cain approaches, the nomads recoil in horror, their eyes fixated on a mark. He turns away, resignation in every step as he faces the endless horizon alone. Cain, shrouded in shadows, struggles towards a dark cave as the wind howls around him. The mournful wind mirrors the despair etched deeply on Cain's face. Flickering moonlight pierces the stormy sky, illuminating his torment. Cain wanders wearily along the desolate riverbank, his face etched with exhaustion. Driven by desperation, Cain kneels and claws at the earth, attempting to coax life from the cursed land. His efforts prove futile, as the soil remains barren, mocking his toil and amplifying his despair. In the vast desert, Cain collapses onto the scorching sand, his body trembling from exhaustion. His throat parched, he lifts his head towards the merciless sky. God, have mercy. I beg you, send me water. Please, I can't go on. Only the whispering wind answers him, carrying the silent judgment of the heavens. Cain stumbles upon a hidden oasis, a vibrant sanctuary amidst the desolation. Collapsing near the water's edge, he finds temporary respite as the cool air begins to soothe his parched throat and burning skin. His eyes scan the tranquil scene, a stark contrast to the turmoil within him as he asks, "How did I get here? What have I become?" His reflection ripples in the water, a distorted image of the man he once was. Cain climbs towards the summit of the towering mountain, his figure a solitary outline against the vast sky. At the peak, Cain pauses, his eyes surveying the desolate landscape stretching far below. A deep contemplation envelops Cain as he confronts the burden of his fate and the lasting impact of his sin. In the desolate expanse of the night desert, Cain seeks solace around a meager fire, his silhouette stark against the flickering flames. The dancing flames cast eerie shadows across his face, mirroring the torment that grips his soul. He is haunted by the spectral vision of Abel, his innocent face, a constant, piercing reminder of Cain's unspeakable act. Guilt and remorse consume him, an inescapable weight pressing down on his soul, leaving him isolated in the vast, unforgiving wilderness. Under the relentless sun, Cain stumbles through the arid wasteland, his strength failing with each step. He wanders aimlessly, a broken man haunted by the weight of his past. Cain's sin marks him, forever shadowing his every step. Cain struggles through the desert, his throat burning as the sun beats down. A lone traveler appears in the distance, a beacon of hope in the desolate landscape. The traveler offers water, a gesture of kindness in the harsh desert. "Here, friend, you look like you need this more than I do." Cain, suspicious and weary, questions the stranger's motives. "Why are you helping me? Do you know who I am?" The traveler responds with simple empathy. "I've heard whispers on the wind, stories of a man marked by tragedy, but I see only a man in need, and everyone deserves compassion. Wouldn't you agree?" Under the vast, starlit sky of the mountainous region, a crackling fire throws dancing shadows across Cain and the traveler. Cain listens intently, his ancient face reflecting the sorrow of centuries, as the traveler speaks of hope and forgiveness. Cain begins to glimpse the possibility of redemption, even in his cursed existence. By the riverbank, Cain and the traveler toil side by side, nurturing a small garden. The garden offers only modest growth, yet the shared labor sparks a flicker of hope. Under the scorching sun, Cain and the traveler stand, their paths diverging in the vast, unforgiving desert. The traveler turns, his figure shrinking against the horizon as he embarks on his solitary quest. Cain watches him go, the memory of their encounter a fragile flame flickering in his heart. Cain turns and walks towards the opposite direction, carrying a glimmer of hope. Cain stands isolated on the mountain peak, his figure stark against the fading sunlight. His face, a canvas of sorrow and acceptance, tells the story of a life lived in the shadow of remorse. The mark on his forehead, a constant reminder, remains the emblem of his transgression.